This video is meant to show you how to upload summer reading adventure videos. We're going to go through the full procedure, which involves using both YouTube and Facebook. So of course, before you can do this, you have to take the social media training. I'll link that in the description of this video below. If you want explanations of why we're going this way, I'm going to put those in at the end of the video just to save everyone time. So if you're that kind of person who likes to have things explained, that'll all be explained at the end of the video. So first we're going to start with YouTube. So first step, of course, is to take the social media training linked below. Once you do that, and you have a Gmail address, it has to be a Gmail address, unfortunately, but once you give that to us in the form stack that you'll be directed to after the social media training, we can set you up as a manager on HPLD's YouTube channel. What that means is you are able to manage videos, including uploading videos that you make straight to HPLD's channel. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Once you've accepted the invitation will show up in your Gmail that you provide. Once you've accepted that and gone through the steps, here's how you can upload a video. So you'll go to YouTube, just youtube.com, and you'll see here in the upper right corner is an icon that should show whatever you've set as your profile picture. If you click on that, you'll have a menu, and one option here is switch account. Mine has a few, but yours should have your basic one here, and it should also have High Plains Library District there. When you click High Plains Library District, you'll see the page reload, and you'll see the icon has changed to be High Plains Library District. Once you get that, you can just click Create up here on the camera, and you can say Upload Video. This opens the YouTube Studio. You can select a file. I'm just going to select one really quickly as an example. And once you pick it, it'll begin uploading. You can see the progress down here. The title is here, so title it appropriately. Description, put that in there. A thumbnail. This will populate with some options once the video is uploaded. You can also take a screenshot or use a piece of art as the thumbnail. Do something that's attractive. You can see we've got some playlists on our channel. So if you pull this down, signature author series, story times, other things, we'll probably make a new playlist for summer reading adventure programming as well. Audience, this is really important. Is this video made for kids? So what you need to know about this is either it's yes, it's specifically made for kids, or no, it's not specifically made for kids. So for example, when I uploaded a video that showed people how to get virtual library cards, that is not made for kids. It's viewable by kids. There's nothing wrong with kids seeing it, but it's not specifically made for kids. Now, when you say, yes, it's made for kids, certain features are disabled. So for example, certain notifications and ads won't show up. It can also, if you do an age thing on it, it may disable comments and things like that as well. You can see some more options here. Subtitles, what you'll want to do is get those. Those will auto-generate. What you need to do is pick the language that your video was created in. And you can just leave the caption certification blank, or you can say the television or this content has never aired on television in the US. At that point, YouTube will automatically generate the captions for you. Everything else here should be just fine. In video elements, you can add an end screen and add cards. These might be assets we'll try and make for you in the near future, but for now you can just ignore that. And visibility is the other important one we want to talk about. So we want most of our videos to be public, and we'd like to set it as an instant premiere. We'd also like to schedule them. And so what you can do when you click that schedule is create a day and a time that you want it to premiere, and make sure you set the time zone as well. You can also click this set as premiere. And so what that means is a public watch page will be created, and it'll show a countdown to this date. What that does is it means if we take this link over here on the right side, we can use that link to promote the online program and to promote the premiere of that video. So on April 29th at 12 a.m., what would happen is this video would show as though it were happening live. And then once it goes through being live for the first time, it'll behave as any normal video on our channel. That's basically all you need to know about this. There is one other thing. Do kids appear in this video? I know some of you have had kids in your video, your kids or other kids, and that's fine. Click this learn more and you can see a little bit more about what they want for child safety in YouTube and the community guidelines. One last thing to know is regarding deleting videos. I know that we have to pull down some of our videos after a certain time. We can't set those to automatically expire. So what you'll need to do is, once again, go to YouTube, head over to this profile circle in the upper corner. Go ahead and go into YouTube Studio. From there, you should see our videos if you click on videos on the left side here. And from there, you should be able to select videos to delete forever, or you can do those individually with this options 3 buttons here as well. Rather than deleting the videos completely, what I'm going to suggest so that we can hang on to the stats of how many times it was viewed and all that stuff is, instead of deleting it with these options over here, go ahead and scroll over to public, and you'll see here it gives us the option to change something to private. If you change it to private, that way other people won't be able to view it, and we can still hang on to those stats and do that kind of thing, and that way we can collect all those stats at the end of the summer. Now that you've seen how to do this on YouTube, step 2 is going over to Facebook. So when you're on Facebook, you'll go to either, it'll show up in your shortcuts as High Plains Library District, or you can go to Pages, and there you'll see High Plains Library District. Once you click there, and you will have to get access to the High Plains Library District main page to do this. If you've already completed your training and all that, you can send an email to CRM Work Order in order to make that happen. If you haven't completed your training, please, when you fill out your form stack at the end of training, add in that you'd also like to be added to the main page. So once you get to the main page, you can click Write a Post, photo/video. That'll prompt you to find a photo or a video. I'm going to just click on these YouTube upload instructions. And what happens when you do that is you get in this whole video production thing, right? So add a title for your video here, SRA : YouTube upload. Describe your video so people will know what it's about. I'm not going to go through all these steps just because you can figure that stuff out, right? The important thing, just to reiterate, subtitles, make sure that you either auto-generate your captions or you write some captions as you post your video on YouTube. And in publishing options, we want to select Premiere, and we will schedule it, and you want to schedule it for the same day and time as your YouTube premiere. You can add an image, which what that does is this will make a newsfeed announcement that you've uploaded a video that's going to premiere. If you add that image, it makes that post look a lot nicer. So if you can get a screen grab or something, image for that, perfect. You can choose where it'll appear, but we want it to appear everywhere, so that's fine. We don't have playlists or anything going right now, but if the summer reading committee wants to start a summer reading playlist, that would be great. You can make this available to other pages. You will only see pages that you also manage, but any page can share this and have it on their page as well. That's really all you need to do. Once you do that, the video will go live on the main HPLD page at the time that you've scheduled it. As it first plays, it'll be just like YouTube. So the first time it plays, so let's say I set it for noon tomorrow. Starting at noon tomorrow, what'll happen is the video will play straight through one time. And when it's playing through that one time, people won't have the ability to go back and forth and stuff like that. It'll premiere as though it's live. So keep that in mind. You may want to set up your videos. If you have a program, for example, that's set for noon tomorrow, you might want to set it so it premieres at 5 after or something, just to make sure people have time to get there. It'll show that first time straight through, and then after that it'll work just like a normal video. After your video premieres and you have to go back and delete it, you will have to do that manually on Facebook, just like we did on YouTube. The way to do that is to go to videos, find the video that you're looking for, click on it.
Hi everyone.
And up with these three dots, you can say delete. I'm not actually going to delete this wonderful story time, of course. One thing that people might do is when they go to delete a video, when they post it, they may set the post to expire. That doesn't actually delete the video. That video will remain in our video library on Facebook. You do have to go in and actually delete the video. Causing the post to expire means that people won't see that post anymore, but the video, the content that came with that post will still exist. So please make sure that you're deleting the actual video from the videos section of High Plains Library District. So this is the part where I want to answer the questions that I think people might have about why we're doing it this way. So first, why are we doing YouTube at all? YouTube hasn't been a super popular outlet for us, right? But we want to go ahead and use YouTube as well. The reason being, people who don't use Facebook are probably not going to find much of our content on Facebook. It is available to them. Technically, they can go to facebook.com/myhpld and see what's on there. But people who don't use Facebook generally don't use it for a good reason. Some people don't like the data privacy issues. Some people just don't want to get on there for the sake of other people seeing or knowing what they're doing. Whatever the reason might be, we do want to offer people an alternative to Facebook. Why are we doing both? Well, we want to do both because if we upload something straight to Facebook as opposed to sharing a link from YouTube, so it does involve uploading a video twice, right? Rather than just copying and pasting a link. The reason we want to do that is the videos do get a lot better reach when you do them that way. A lot more people will see it in their news feed when they get on Facebook. So think about your online programs as having two audiences, right? Your appointment audience and then your sort of drop-ins. Those are your drop-ins, those people who just happen to see it on their Facebook feed, and we can really increase our chances of capturing that drop-in audience if we upload it straight to Facebook as well as uploading it to YouTube. The other reason is we do have a pretty dedicated and high-use Facebook audience, so it is good to try and get as much of that audience as possible through our programming. But in addition, we don't want to just use Facebook because YouTube gives us some additional options. For example, we can take a YouTube video and embed it on our web page. So on the Summer Reading Adventure web page on our site, we can embed a video player. We can link to a video that hasn't premiered yet. So what that does is it gives us options to advertise things. For example, if I wanted to advertise a program on an online events calendar, which I can definitely do now, I can do that with a YouTube link, and it's a lot better than doing it with a Facebook link. The other thing is some sites disallow Facebook links. Reddit, for example, won't allow you to post Facebook links. So having an alternative is a good way to make sure we can get this content to as many people as possible. One of the questions we had is, why are we uploading it to the HPLD main page and then people can share it from there as opposed to going the other way, uploading it to branch pages and then sharing it to the main page? If we do it this way, people see us as one united thing online. They're not having to go to these different branches to see these different programs. And because we have a somewhat limited number of these sort of larger scale programs that are happening this summer, I think it's good if we offer those all to people in one place. Is the goal to get as many people as possible to see this stuff and to participate? Or is the goal to increase branch Facebook traffic? Because yes, putting it on a branch Facebook and then sharing it to the main page would be one way to increase branch page traffic. But I don't think that's the goal for summer reading right now. The other thing is, because the programming offerings will be a little bit lighter over the summer than what people are used to going to a library, right, and having a lot of programming going on, a lot of story times going on. They're used to, frankly, going to the library and being able to do a lot of stuff there. And that's probably not going to be the case this summer, or at least we have to plan for that not being possible. So in order to sort of try and reach a similar amount of programming, it's useful for us to have it all in one place. So, in other words, a program that's being handled by Centennial Park staff, by Erie staff, by anybody, if it's all in the same place, then viewers online can see it and feel a little bit more like their library is creating a similar amount of stuff for them to do this summer. The last thing is part of what necessitates us doing all of this different programming in a normal summer. It's difficult for a family to go from Greeley to Erie or from Carbon Valley to Greeley or wherever, right? That's not going to be a simple thing to do. But in this case, we can have all the programming in one place because going to one place online is the same regardless of where you start. So if you live in Erie, it's just as easy for you to go to the HPLD Facebook as it is for you to go to the Erie Facebook. We also want to look at using YouTube because we're trying to reach out to a new audience. I think our Facebook audience is great and it is growing, but we need to think long term here. We need to think about won't an active and vibrant YouTube channel that will probably reach a different audience online than our Facebook offerings. So it's really good in the long term and it benefits us in the short term for summer reading. It's kind of beneficial to both our YouTube presence / our ability to put things online and to the summer reading adventure.